In this video we're going to be doing a presentation on our E-log. Our system is called TurnPike, and as you can see in the paper, if you have a problem with your E-log, contact Alyssa at 608-486-1600 extension 1126 between 7 and 3:30, or myself at 608-304-1036 between 6:30 and 10 p.m. And please leave a message, because you need to know who I'm talking to and what the problem is. We'll hang it right there. In the video we're going to be using three different devices, all three Androids that we have. First one's a it's an LG Tribute. Next one is a Motorola Droid Max, something like that. And the last one is a Samsung Galaxy S5. Any of our phones will work with the TurnPike app. It's just there's a few little nuances that are different. First we'll go with the LG. Fire it up, turn it on. Go to the TurnPike app, and on the LG phone, in order to get it to fire up, you'll notice the back arrow, home button, and the box. This one you touch and hold the box to get your options to pop up. Touch your options, log in, driver login, and we're going to use 3184 for our training purposes, and that's everyone will use that when you're training. And OK. Confirm driver name. Make sure when you get your personal PIN number that it's you're logging in as. We've had this happen in the past where somebody fat fingers it, we call it, where they hit two buttons at the same time or didn't take care that it was actually them they're logging in as, and it really creates a problem. So once that's done, OK. Then you have consecutive time off. You have, if you were this driver, you would have plenty of time for your 34-hour reset. If you're 10 hours, make sure it says 10.00. If you're on your off-duty 30-minute break, make sure it says 0.30. Now that being said, there's sometimes a little lag in the phone. Just wait till it says 31 minutes, 0.031, and you should be no problem to log back in without going into violation. Then we have same, we'll turn this one on. This is the Motorola Max or whatever the world it is. This one, if you notice, does not have the three, it has the boxes down here. Home screen, back arrow. But this one, to get it to turn on, you hit the three little dots right here. Just touch them once, then your options pop up. Log in, driver login, 3184, and OK. And as you can see, again, it's a safety cell phone. That's our 3184 is our training PIN number. And as you can see, everyone can log in on that same PIN number. It really doesn't care, but that's why take extra time to make sure it's you signing in. And again, three dots. The LG, we'll wake it back up here. The LG has the box. Touch and hold to get your options. The Motorola, you just touch to bring it up. Last one is our Samsung Galaxy S5, S6. Any of our phones will work for your log because it's by your PIN number, not the phone. Now on this one it's completely different again. Down here in the bottom, you may or may not be able to see it, but you touch it, you'll have the back arrow, home button, and the two boxes. On this one, you touch and hold the two boxes, then you'll get your options to pop up. Again, log in for training, 3184. Again, safety cell phone. Okay, we'll get started here. Okay, so you have off-duty, sleeper, drive, on-duty, not driving. Drive is not highlighted because there's no truck entered in the system yet. But when you're looking at the home screen, checking your hours, you can log into the system. You're just not on duty yet, so just sit tight until you're satisfied your 34-hour break is up, your 10-hour break, or your 30-minute off-duty brake. Once you're satisfied that's done, touch on duty. It says please wait. Every entry has to be city-state. You have 10 seconds to start typing. I am in Bangor, Wisconsin. Okay, now it's only giving you 8 hours because you have to take your mandatory off-duty break before the 8th hour begins. And in the electronic world, seconds count. If you start 2 seconds past the 8th hour, it throws you to violation. So be mindful. Watch it like you would your paper log. Can't stress that enough. Watch it like your paper log. You stop somewhere, make it sure it's on the proper duty status. Alright, so we'll take, once we're logged in, options, inspect tractor trailer, create a remark. We'll get to all these in just a minute. We're going to just go on through like we would for our today. Inspect tractor trailer, new tractor. I'm not near a tractor right now, so it may just go into manual mode. Let me just wait till it. Manual mode simply means every entry has to be made manually. You can either scan again, or select from list. I know this tractor's sitting here, so I'm going to select that one. Again, if you're in a lineup of tractors, it may have anything within 100 feet. Any tractor within 100 feet will show up on your screen. Make sure you choose the right one. So we're just out of range. So instead of saying OK, instead of retry, we're just going to hit cancel. Entering manual mode. OK. Here's your whole list of everything that's wrong with it. If you only check the ones that there's something wrong. But always, no matter if you check anything on here, always check the word other. That'll allow you to put printed details as to what's wrong with the vehicle and be specific. I'm just going to use training. And OK. And is it safe to operate? Yes, because we're just doing a training video. If it weren't safe to operate, get it to a shop, get it repaired. And this is manual, bright yellow screen, you can't miss it. If it were automatic mode, it would be black screen. Okay, now our drive is highlighted like the rest, meaning that it took our pre-trip. For the tractor, we still have to do our trailer, options, inspect tractor trailer, pre-trailer. Trailer name is the number, so 53535 is what we're going to use today. I'm not sure what the license plate is, but always enter it in there. We replace at least one plate a month. They fall off, somebody backs into a snowbank, it happens. So make sure you put it in there. Again, check anything that's wrong. If you check anything wrong, or if you don't see it on here, check other, accept, and then you can put the printed details. I hit satisfactory, so there's no place to put printed details. Accept. Tractor trailer's inspected. A couple other things we have to do before we get going. Create a remark. Because it's manual mode, there was no place to enter the odometer. So we go into free input. And then I'm going to type in beginning mileage. And then I'm going to put whatever the actual mileage off the odometer and accept. If this were automatic mode, which is black screen, it would populate with a box to tell you mileage. One more thing we have to do. Enter shipping info. Has to have a manifest number on the log. DOT doesn't care what number it is, what word it is, as long as whatever's on your paperwork matches what's in here. If I don't have a manifest number, I can use my first pro number, or I can use today's date. So today would be 1/6/17/01. So if I had more than one load for the day, the next one would be 02 there. Loading, create a remark. Create a remark. You want to fuel the truck? Go to create a remark and fuel. Confirm. That's all it takes. And it's already on your log. Being it's yellow screen, let's go back. Once we start driving, it won't change automatically. We have to manually touch anything we do for the day. When it's black screen, I still say, make sure you check it every time you stop. If you stop at a customer with black screen, it's automatic. You walk into a customer, walk away from the truck with the phone for whatever reason, it could stay on drive the entire day. Make sure it's in a proper duty status before you leave the truck. And that's it. Touch on duty, not driving, walk away. Other thing, why it's in manual mode, automatic will do this for you. Enter location. There it is. Because I went from driving to on duty, not driving, I'm still in Bangor, Wisconsin. It has to have city, state. When it's in automatic mode, you won't even see that screen. It'll automatically do it for you. Back arrow. Once you go to off duty, time for your break. Just wait a sec. Consecutive time off. Again, make sure that it's counting up to 0.31. And again, it's going to ask me for my location because it's in manual mode. So your time is counting down here. It's counting up here on your 8-day. And again, if you wait till your 8th hour starts, it's going to turn red and turn you into violation. And if you move the truck during, this is another thing we have. Guys will go off duty for their break, drivers will go off duty for their break, and they'll move the truck. You move it just ever so slightly, it's probably going to trip you back to on duty, not driving. And we can't do a correction in that. If you've sat there and I can see you haven't moved, we can do a correction. Call myself or Alyssa, and again we'll point that out at the end of the video. So we'll go back now, on duty, not driving. You cannot maneuver through the system while you're moving. Once again, we'll go back into options, create a remark. This is something that we really can't stress enough. Free input. If you get stopped for a DOT inspection, it has to be on your log. DOT. If you forget to do this, we have to, every time we get these reports in, have to enter it into your log. And that's all you do. You go, once again, you go options, create a remark, free input, and then why you're sitting there, DOT inspection. There again, keep on having to add that every time I change my duty status, city, state. There's a lot in create a remark. Hours of service options. Every 7 days, not once a week, every 7 days, you have the option to use what they call the big day. You go to HOS, hours of service options, touch, and here's the stuff you have. It's work time extensions. If you touch the big day, that's going to allow you 2 extra on-duty not driving hours. It does not increase your driving hours. You still only have 11 hours to drive, but you have 2 extra on-duty not driving hours. So if you get caught up at a shipper, receiver, you break down, that'll allow you enough time to hopefully get back home. If that 2 hours is still not enough, make sure before the end of that time you're in contact with dispatch or your lead driver so they can make arrangements to have somebody come and get you or meet you closer to where you're going to be out of hours. The adverse conditions, the rain, snow, ice, fog, and others. Others would be traffic, You can only use those if it's a non-known entity. So if you leave the house and it's raining to beat the band or snowing, you can't use the snow as a extension, and those would extend your drive time by up to 2 hours. Go back. Okay. Once you're done with your day, you'll get back, hit the right button, you're all done for your day. You have to post-trip trailer first. Again, anything that's wrong, at this point you can add it or you can subtract it if it's already been corrected. If it's nothing changed, satisfactory, okay. Options. That was the trailer. Now we inspect our tractor. If you want to change stuff, again, we have other checked because we're training. If we want to leave that, we can leave it or we can add to it. And there, now our post trip is done. Okay, now it went to black screen. We can enter our odometer. This is what you would get at the pre-trip too if it were black screen, not in manual mode. There, that's what it would look like. And bumping the dock is not a post-trip. Get out, walk all the way around it. Okay. After you're finished with your day, you can either go to off-duty, you can either touch off-duty, or just go log out and it'll put you off-duty. And this simply states is your electronic signature stating all entries are true and correct, confirm, enter location, city, state. Okay, so we're off duty. One more step to help the phone and everything else work correctly. Go to exit. Everybody's exit code is going to be the same. It's 1414. Done. Accept. That turns the app off. Now the app isn't running up here in the background, and it sends the information up to the cloud, as it were. And then you end your day. If you forget to log out, Friday's a really big day for that. Guys are in a hurry, drivers are in a hurry to go home. They just jump in the car and go home. Call Monday morning, forgot to log out. If that's the case, we'll take one of these that we still have on duty, wake it up. You get there in the morning and you're still on duty, simply go, first try to call. If you can't get anybody, leave a message, of course, go off duty, or a post trip, go off duty, whatever the case is, log out, log back in, and then when we get to it, we can correct the issues, providing it's legal to do so. And again, options, log out, confirm, box hold, exit. Exit code for everyone is 1414. Done. Accept. There. It's turned off and you're ready to go. Again, if you have any problems with your logs, Alyssa's here between 7 a.m. and 3:30 at extension 1126. I can do it at my house. I can do it wherever I am with my laptop. Anywhere between 6:30 and 10 p.m. I usually answer my phone if I'm around. So, but if I don't answer, just leave a message so I know who I'm talking to. If you call the switchboard after hours, it rings directly to my cell phone, but it doesn't say who called if you don't leave a message. One other thing that you need in the truck with you, law enforcement cab card. This, even if you can show the officer how to use the system, if you don't have this 4-page document with you, he can still write you a citation for not having it in the truck. Also accompanying that, and in your permit book, we try to put these all in the same order, at least one blank log page. If you're OTR, you'd have to probably have more pages, but you need one page for every day you plan on being gone.